So while I'm sitting here waiting for Akatsuki's English voice actor, I felt it was appropriate to start talking about the Under Night English cast and what I personally think of them. Now, a bunch of people don't talk about this much, but they did talk about it, but they don't really talk about it much because, you know, this is Under Night and, you know, most of the Japanese, and we really talk that much about the English cast. But the general consensus is like about 75% people like it and 25% people don't. I don't know. I really need to be more active in the Under Night community because I'm not that active in Under Night despite me playing the games, but, you know, playing the games is just only half the battle. But the point is, I felt as though it was appropriate to start talking about the English voice actors today, what I personally think of them. And before I start this video, start talking about these guys, I will tell you this, that they all have great voice actors. They all do, but I wanted to, you know, talk about them and, you know, give my thoughts on how they are character by character. And so I can start off with Hyde being voiced by Kyle McCarley in English. Now, the thing about Hyde is that I was not expecting Kyle McCarley to even be involved with BBTAG. Because, like, this is like, I think this is before I started playing Nier. No. I had Nier Automata, and when I heard Hyde's English voice for the first time, I was like, who the hell is that? And it took me a minute, like, is that Kyle McCarley? There's no freaking way. And so I started thinking about, okay, I remember Kyle McCarley from, he's played 9S in Nier Automata. He played Mikazuki August in Mobile Suit Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. There's other stuff Kyle McCarley did, but those are the two ones I know the most. And I was like, oh, he's actually a pretty good Hyde, you know? It took me a minute to get, you know, used to it because, you know, obviously I'd heard these guys in Japanese before and I was getting used to them being English. But I was like, okay, Kyle is a perfect choice for Hyde. Like, he's really good. I like Hyde. I like him as Hyde. He does pretty good work. I swear, like, the only thing I could have think is, like, you know, you get, like, some, you know, one of the anime voice actors that could play any guy, like, let's say Josh Grelle. I still don't know how to pronounce his name. His name, he says his name's not pronounced Grell, it's Grelle or Grelle. I think he's pronounced as Grelle, so I can't, you know, go there. But, yeah, Kyle McCarley was a perfect choice for Hyde. As for Linnae, Sarah Williams is actually a good choice. Now, for Sarah Williams, I know of her, but her roles are something that, you know, escaped me. I remember her being Chihaya Mifune in Persona 5. She was Chihaya in Persona 5, I know that much. She was Nono Jakuzure in Kill la Kill. Alright, that's like my main thing. That's why I really know her as Nonon. I never played Skullgirls, but I know she's one of the characters in there. I know she played Tifa in the abridged, the Machina abridged for Final Fantasy VII. And I think that might be all the stuff I remember. No, I think she was Sayaka in Magica Madoka, but that's been a while, so I can't really say anything. And she was a character in Asterisk War, but I don't like Asterisk War. But the point is, yeah, she's actually a good choice for Linnae too. It's that deep. It's that more not deep. It's more like that bored, uninterested, deep voice that I like about Linnae, and I feel like that's a perfect choice for her. I could not think of any other choice for Linnae. I couldn't really think of it off the top of my head, because like she needs that sort of deadpan kind of like, oh, I don't care about this kind of crap voice that pretty much Linnae should carry, and I do like it. I do like it more than her of a Japanese voice actress, though. I do like it more because like I get more of a feeling of Linnae through the English voice. I mean, it's not completely accurate to her feeling, because, you know, I don't want to go through an Internet Story again, because it's too long to go through. But yeah, I like Sarah Williams as Linnae. Keith Silverstein as Waldstein. I don't know what I think about him. He's actually pretty good as Waldstein. I have never even heard of Keith Silverstein until now. I had to go do some research. It took me a minute that he was a handful of characters in Bleach. It took me a while to freaking go look at that. He was a character in Iron-Blooded Orphans, but he was like a background character, so it doesn't matter. You know, he was a background character. I did not know he was Kimaru in Naruto though. That threw me off. I was like, what? You kidding me? He's just no way he's Kimaru. There's no freaking way. Like, goddamn. And then it threw me back more that he was Speedwagon in JoJo's. I was like, what? How come I haven't heard this guy before? And I was like, well, great. He's all these people I like, and I even knows who he was. It's like, damn, I need to know about him more. Because He's actually pretty damn good Waldstein. I've gotten so used to Waldstein's Japanese voice actor that I just can't, like, both of them are great. I can't really say who is better among the other for me personally. Of course, to my bias, I would say the English, but I would like to give everybody a fair shot. He was also a Shido in Persona 5, so that's another thing I forgot to mention. But anyway, I like to give everybody a fair shot. For me personally, I would like to balance it out. I was like, okay, I can't say that this guy is better than this guy because of this. I try to keep my bias out of this, but it's kind of hard to do so. It's kind of hard to do so. But yeah, he does a very good Waldstein. He really does. As for Carmine is and I mean the most controversial topic to talk about with the English voice actors. People either hate it or are fine with it. You don't hear anyone saying they love it. You just hear either they hate Greg Chun as Carmine, or it's just, and whatever. Me personally, I like Greg Chun as Carmine. It's a bit, like, the thing about it is, it's how ridiculous he is the reason I like it. Because, like, he's like, Greg Chun feels like, I honestly couldn't think of another choice for Carmine unless you started thinking about someone like Robbie Damon, who's played a Ketchy in Persona 5. And I would like that more, but I feel like Greg Chun just makes it more entertaining for Carmine, because he just acts like this edgy-ass teen that tries too hard, and it makes me laugh that's that's pretty much, like, I don't remember much of Under Night story mode, really. But I remember that he really isn't taking all that seriously. Like, in Under Night, like, people just like, whatever, he's not gonna do anything. Like, he's just not taking that seriously. He's just like that edgy kid he's just like that edgy kid who's just trying to act tough, but really can't really do anything. I mean, yeah, he's insane, but he's like that edgy kid who just sits there and be like, hey, I'm gonna kill you, man. I'm gonna kill you. It's not gonna be cool. But yeah, like, freaking, like, I from what I remember, he's not taking all that seriously, really. And I'm thinking, okay, they picked a voice actor that acts super edgy and just is not supposed to take it seriously. And you know what? Greg Chun's a perfect choice for him. He just sounds so over the top, edgy. I just love it. And I can deal with it. I'm glad I can actually deal with it. I can actually deal with Greg Chun. I personally like him. And it took me a minute at first to get used to him, because when I heard him, they had little commercials on their YouTube, Arx's YouTube channel about what Under Night came out, and they say, okay, this is when we're introduced to English dub. And I heard Greg Chun for the first time. I was like, oh, God, what the hell? But it took me a minute to get used to it. I was like, oh, I actually like it. Ain't that bad. Ain't that bad at all. It just made me laugh. And I hadn't heard of Greg Chun before until all this. I remember somebody telling me that he was somebody told me he was Ike. He was Ike from Fire Emblem Heroes, I think. And I was like, I haven't played Fire Emblem Heroes, so I can't really say anything. I can't remember much of what he was. I remember him being credited in Nier Automata, but I don't remember. Like, I haven't heard of much of No, he was also Ike in Smash Ultimate, but I don't have a Smash Ultimate, so I can't really say nothing. But other than that, yeah, I actually like him. I'm gonna give him a fair shake. As for Erica Mendez as Orie, look, I'm gonna tell you this. I don't have to just explain this one. Erica Mendez is the GOAT, okay? She is the GOAT. She plays Orie fine. Like, I honestly didn't think much of it, like, when I, not of Erica Mendez, but I didn't think of much of who the hell could voice Orie. First, I thought about Julianne Taylor, because she voices, Tsubaki. And I'm thinking, that'd be a great voice actress. I mean, Orie and Tsubaki are practically, like, Orie is just Tsubaki, but, like, tolerable. So, she's just Orie, she's just Tsubaki, but tolerable. So I gotta deal with her, but, like, I'm sorry, I'm not bad. She's Orie Tsubaki, but tolerable. And, like, I was thinking, okay, Erica Mendez is a good choice. I can't hear Erica Mendez without hearing Ryuko, because that's why I mostly hear Erica Mendez from. She has a bunch of other roles, but that's what I mostly hear her from. And every time I hear her, I just can't stop thinking of Ryuko. Like, when I remember knowing that she was Emma in The Promised Neverland, could not stop hearing Ryuko, and I kept getting in my head, oh crap, she's gonna say Senket's, let's go Senket's Scissor Blade and all that crap. And I was like, oh god, dude, Erica Mendez is killing me here, man. Like, I remember her being Retsuko and Agretsuko, I was like, oh, you've gotta be kidding me. What? Why is she doing all these voices? I can't keep up with this. She was also Kid Polnareff in JoJo's, and I was like, what? You picked Erica Mendez for Kid Polnareff? How the hell do you do that? But yeah, I do like Erica Mendez. I do like her voice work, and I'm glad she actually, you know, got to be Orie. Because it's just funny, I can finally hear, you know, Erica Mendez in something BlazBlue related, and I like it. I do like it. Okay, the next character would be Gordo, and Ian Sinclair. I'm not even gonna go into depth about this one. Ian Sinclair perfectly captures Gordo. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Ian Sinclair is already a good voice actor enough as it is. As for his other roles that I love him as Space Dandy. He's like when Ian Sinclair does a role, he's just the character at that point. Like him as Space Dandy and Gordo, it's done. It's done. Like that's pretty much it. He's good. He's great. He's like Patrick Sykes. If you give him a role, he will kill it, and he will actually, you know, he'd be good at it. But yeah, I did like Ian Sinclair. I mean, I don't remember much of his work, but, you know, off the top of my head, I remember him being a character in High School DxD. I remember him obviously being Space Dandy. He was obviously Gordo. I don't watch that enough anime to actually know of his voice work, and from the anime I do know his voice work from, it's not really significant enough to say. Oh yeah, he was Shoji in My Hero Academia, so that's something. But yeah, other than that, yeah, that's pretty much that's pretty much it. He's good. Okay, that's all I gotta say. Ben Diskin as Merkava was it was unexpected, because when I heard him for the first time, I figured, is this Steve Blum? And when I heard it was Ben Diskin, I was like, how? Like I've heard like one type of voice from Ben Diskin, and if you're familiar with Kingdom Hearts, Young Master Xehanort, that's pretty much Ben's voice to me. And number one, if you know Codename Kids Next Door, that's like the one Ben Diskin voice I'm used to, regards to voice actor. But I was not expecting him to be chosen for Merkava, and he's like good. Like he is really, really good at his work as Merkava. I kid you not. Oh yeah, he was also Joseph and, you know, Battle Tendency, but you know, I feel that's obvious. But anyway, forget. The point is, yeah, he's very good. Like, I like his roles because he's actually pretty damn good at what he does. He was Sizel, I can never pronounce this dude's name. Sizel Aparo Grants. I can't even call him Sizel Aparo, but Sizel Aparo, apparently that's how you pronounce his name, in Bleach. He played a character named Shun in Bleach Hellverse. He also played Joseph Joestar in Battle Tendency. He played two characters in Kill la Kill. I know one was Kaneo Takarada because, you know, dude killed that role. He was just insane. I know he voiced Kensuke in the Evangelion dub for Netflix. Personally, I'm personally not a fan of it, but, you know, I can move past it. Surprising enough, he played Death Gun in SAO, so yeah, that's something I wasn't expecting there. but other than that, that's all. Well, yeah, and Young Xehanort too. I mean, I gotta have to say that. But other than that, and you know, a bunch of other stuff in the Western animation. Already said freaking number one and Codename Kids Next Door. But other than that, he's actually like, it's just amazing. Ben Diskin has a good vocal range right there, like. Because it took me a minute to understand some of the characters he voiced, because I was so used to his number one voice that I was like, when I heard Ben Diskin, I was like, God damn, you are good. He actually captures the freaking monster of what Merkava really is, and I like that. And I wasn't expecting Ben Diskin of all people to do it. He's not a bad voice actor in the least. It's just him. I wasn't expecting him at all. Oh man, on to Batista, and I can still to this day, I still can't pronounce this woman's voice. This woman's name, Xanth Huyen. I can't. I figure her last name is Huyen. But if you don't remember, if you ever heard of Xanth Huyen and you played Persona 5, she's literally Haru Okumura, and that's the first time I ever heard of her name. When I played Persona 5, I was like, oh, And then I heard her again when she was cast the voice for Tista. And I was like, huh, okay, cool. That's someone I never heard of before. But as for actual roles I know her of, the only other one I recognize her name from is Magic Madoka. And I think that was in a movie. And I think all I remember her is no, that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. I don't remember. All I know is her 3 roles: Batista, Haru, and there's a character in Magic Madoka I can't remember for the life of me. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, Zenfo is pretty good. She's pretty like I've seen like her Twitter account and her Facebook account. She's pretty wholesome. I like her. I really do like her. She's actually pretty good. I like having her. Not having her around. I like her being around, and I hope she gets more work in the future. She deserves it. She's pretty good and good at what she does. On to Seth. Holy crap. Okay, for Seth, I have never heard of Mark Whitten before. And I was like, okay, who is this guy? Like, for Seth, I don't even know who could have voiced Seth because I never thought too much of it. I was starting to think, okay, maybe Todd Hackerborn. I can't pronounce his last name. God damn it. I need to let you look at it so I can know, but I ain't going to bother with that right now. I think anyone else could have did it. But Mark Whitten surprised me. Now, Seth is actually pretty good. Though I felt as though if I heard Seth in English, he would sound very, very, very edgy. And you know what, Mark Whitten, he improved me wrong. He does sound that way. And I don't know, actually. Like, freaking, I was like, he's not bad. It's something getting used to. He's actually pretty good. He's pretty good at Seth. It's what's taking getting used to. Because I don't hear Seth at all in English. I got so used to Yuki Kaji that I can't, it's kind of hard to like get used to his English voice. Because we're characters, I never paid attention to their English voices enough to actually care. So when it became English, I was like, oh, okay, whatever. But with Yuki Kaji, like his voice is so deep and dark, you get that stuck into your head. And then when you actually, start hearing it in English, it's like, oh god, I can't get that out of my head. Like, I'm expecting to hear Yuki Kaji and I can't get that out of my freaking head. But yeah, Mark Whitten did a good stuff. I mean, I gotta get used to it. I gotta get used to it, and it's not gonna be easy, but I'm gonna get used to it. As for Erica Lindbeck as Yuzu, perfect role. Good role. Just perfect role. Like, I was expecting Erica Lindbeck to be Yuzu. Like, I couldn't, like, I'm trying to think of anyone else who could have been Yuzu. And the only one that comes, I want to say Colleen Clickenbeard, but I think that's a stretch. Like, anyone with, like, a deep but upbeat female voice, that's pretty much what could have been Yuzu. But I mean, I was fine with it. And I remember her being, Erica Lindbeck being a character named Ozzy in Iron Blooded Orphans. She was in Fully Coolly Alternative. She was in the Asterisk War. I can't remember the character, but I don't care. She was Lorelai in Pokemon Generations. See, I remember more of her roles off the top of my head than freaking everyone else's. She played Ritsuko in the Evangelion Netflix dub. As I said before, I don't like the Netflix dub, but I will give her credit where credit's due. I think she was in Nier Automata. I haven't got to the point where she was at, but I had to do some research on this before. Do some research on this a while back. She's going to be in the Final Fantasy VII remake as Jessie. She was Futaba obviously in Persona 5, and I think that might be everything I can think off the top of my head. No, and I think she was rolling in Mega Man 11, but it's been a minute, so I can't really be credible for that. But I think she was rolling in Mega Man 11. But yeah, Erica Lindbeck's pretty damn good. I hope she gets more work. She deserves it. Like I'm trying to think of a character who could be great for her. And I swear, like, I want to say she could do a Baiken, but I think Baiken would need a more deeper voice. And I feel like hearing Erica Lindbeck's voice come out of Baiken would just sound so weird. I think it's just because of sword stuff, but just because of the samurai idea. But I think that she'd be a great Baiken. Maybe. I might be stretching it. I can't really think of anyone who could be a great Baiken, unless you want to go someone like, Christ, who could be a great Baiken? I'll get distracted. I ain't have time for Baiken. I've got to move into the last character. And that character is Mika. And holy crap, Cassandra Lee Morris does Mika good. I hate her Japanese voice actress. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and lie to people and say, oh, I like her Japanese. No, I hate it. I hate it. I hate Mika in Japanese, dude. She is so annoying. She's like Platinum, where she is so annoying, and I just can't deal with her. I need to make a video about Platinum, but Cassandra Lee Morris kills it. just kills as Mika. She is so tolerable as like Mika, and she makes it a lot better. Like, I swear, this is one of the reasons why I want Under Night dub. I like Under Night, but some of their voices I just don't like all that much. Mika's being the prime example, and maybe Hilda's, but we gotta see if Hilda does get in the BBTAG, and hopefully her English voice does her justice, because I can't deal with Hilda's Japanese voice. Oh my god! But anyway, the point is, yeah, Cassandra Lee. Oh my god, Cassandra Lee Moore she kills it. She kills it. Now, funny enough, I had to do some research about Cassandra Lee. For the voices I didn't know. She was in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. She did a couple characters in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. She was in Iron Blood. Oh, she was Asha in Iron Blooded Orphans, which is another role she did great. She was in the Asterisk War. She was that kid with the dinosaur hat, Kota from My Hero Academia. She was QB in freaking Magic Madoka. She was in Bleach, but I think she wasn't in Bleach that long though. Yeah, she wasn't in Bleach that long ago. She was in Dora because she played a character named Saki, and that's like one of her first earlier roles I've ever heard of, because I don't think I've heard of her before that Dora role, because I've heard I watched that show way back on Toonami, like way back, and that was the first time I ever heard her voice. I just never thought much to now. She was in Nier, because freaking everybody's in Nier. I want to say that she had to have been in Fire Emblem, but funny enough, after all the research I did, she's actually in Fire Emblem. Everyone's in Fire Emblem. For Christ's sakes, everyone is in Fire Emblem. What the hell? It actually does make sense, because it's a bunch of characters in Fire Emblem. But what was I? Oh yeah, she was in Bravely Default. Crap, what was she? She was Royal Final Fantasy. I remember that. She was in Dead or Alive 5. She was Lei Fang, which I'm still surprised about, because I didn't even think about that till now. Obviously, she's Morgana. She was a character named Mutsuki in Final Fantasy Type 0. And she was a character in Persona 4 Dancing All Night, but cannot remember her name, because I remember her. I remember the character. I just cannot remember her name to save my life. But I remember Dancing All Night. I remember hearing her voice. I was like, oh shoot! And I just don't know. I like her. I like Cassandra Lee, and I hope to God she gets way more work, man. She kills it as the role she does, and honestly, I just love all these voice actors. Greg Shun does not deserve the hate he gets. Honestly, I don't believe so. He's actually very good at Carmine, but everybody's going to have their own preferences. But the point is, I think that's the end of the video. I've rambled on about this unedited video for so long. I just felt like rambling, because that's what I do on this channel. So, without further ado, I will see you all next time. Hope you have a great day. All that jazz. Peace out, everybody. I hope you have a great day.